Hello folks, so in this one we're looking at why there's never been a better or maybe worse time to lease a new car. Keep watching. As I've said in a few of my videos lately guys, only 19% of people watching this are subscribed, so please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already done so. On the thumbs up front, I don't get enough, so please just take a second to give the video a quick thumbs up because it massively helps YouTube and that will help me grow my channel and it will help me produce better content. Thanks. So what on earth am I talking about? The best time and the worst time to lease a car? What on earth could I be talking about? Okay, so if you've got a car for sale, it's the best time, right? You're going to get absolute top dollar for your used car at the moment, more so than any time in the past. And as we've discussed before, it's a perfect storm of things causing that to happen. The effects of the pandemic, I know a lot of people are worse off because of it, but a lot of people are a lot better off because of it, because they haven't had travel costs, they haven't been away on holiday, they haven't spent so much money on going out, socialising, all those sorts of things. So lots of people are much better off financially because of the pandemic. I know it might be controversial to say that, but lots of people are. Obviously the opposite is also true. Lots of people have unfortunately lost their jobs or got reduced working hours. So, but there are a lot of people in the other boat, and that means there's been more demand for things like home improvements, buying a new car, all those sorts of things. There's also this semiconductor shortage, which is a microchip used in all sorts of different types of manufacturing, but especially in the motor industry, and it's causing huge delays in the supply chain of new cars. That means some companies have actually stopped taking more orders at the moment because they're so far behind with their orders and they just can't get cars out quickly enough. So as a result of all this, used car prices have gone through the roof. And as I did a video a couple of weeks ago on various sites you can go to sell your car, like WeBuyAnyCar.com, Motorway, etc. Do go and check that video out, because it's quite interesting if you have got something to sell, or even if you've got a car that you don't think is worth a lot of money, you might find that actually it is at the moment. The great thing is, if you've got a car to sell and you've never leased before, so you've got your used car at the moment, you might be able to get really, really good money on that. And you might be able to get a couple of grand, 3 grand, 4 grand more than you expected. It might pay for your first year's lease, the extra bit that you're going to get for that used car. So at the moment, if you're new to leasing and you've currently are a car owner and you can sell that car, I don't think there's ever been a better time to lease, on one hand. On the other hand, there's a massive delay in getting new cars. So factory ordering a new car, they might say to you, right, it's 3-4 months for delivery. Reality of it, it might be a year at the moment, it might be 18 months, who knows? That means then the deals you've got to look at if you want something in the fairly short term are going to be much reduced, because you need to look at in-stock deals. All right, now in-stock deals are usually good because it's often the case that a particular dealer's bulk bought a load of vehicles and they need to get them out of the door, and they've got a profit margin on each one. They just need to get them out of the door to make their profit. It can also be where a business has ordered cars and then they've gone bust or something like that before delivery, so the company's got sort of spare cars on its hands. It can also be other things, like certain dealers are under pressure to sell so much of a certain type of model and they've got quotas to meet, so they just do a bulk order and punt them out cheap. So in-stock deals can sometimes be really, really cheap. The disadvantages with them are you can't make many modifications to the car because they're usually, they're sitting there in the dealership. So it's only things that the dealer can do in terms of upgrades and things. So for example, at the dealership, they might be able to install Apple CarPlay for you or something like that, but they won't be able to paint it a different colour. Do you see what I mean? So you don't get the options you get when you factory order a car, which you can choose all the bits you want and you just pay the price for that. So it does restrict you a little bit, and also it means you've got a smaller pond to fish from, doesn't it, in effect? Where you could go and look at deals on any car in the UK, if you're restricted just to in-stock deals, you've only got what's in stock by nature. The other thing with the in-stock deals is they go like that. No sooner have you seen it than the deal's gone. So if you see one that looks good, you need to get on the phone that second. Don't do an email inquiry, get on the phone. You may find it's already gone, but you need to act on them very, very quickly. So really, if you're that person that's always owned a car and you've now got one to sell, or you can get out of your PCP deal or your HP deal, whatever it may be, it might just be a brilliant time to lease a car. but you might find it difficult to get your hands on a car to lease. Do you see what I mean? But if you are one of those people, don't deliberate. The time to act on it is now. It really, really is now. So if you fall into that category that I've just mentioned 20 times, the time to act is now, okay? So let me know your thoughts, guys. Are you in agreement with most of that? That it's potentially there hasn't been a better or maybe worse time to lease a new car? It's really odd, isn't it? But it's, as far as I see it, that's the state of play at the moment. Hopefully this semiconductor shortage will not be a long-term issue and things will get back to normal in the not too distant future. But it's certainly a good time to be selling your car. I think we can agree on that, can't we? I've partnered up with Readly to give you access to over 5,000 worldwide newspapers and magazines every month for just $7.99. The best thing is there's a free trial for my viewers. Just follow the link in the description. You can cancel at any time and there's no obligation to continue and no contract to tie you in. Readly's fantastic for car magazines like What Car, Auto Express, Top Gear, and don't forget you can share these with your family on up to 5 devices in your household. Please do the free trial and help support the channel. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. YouTube is suggesting that you would also like that one, so click on that next because I think you're going to like it. YouTube certainly thinks so, and they know everything, don't they? And you can subscribe by clicking that one up there. See you next time.